Chapter 30. On the way home from Tia Lencha's, Mamito gnaws on a fruit bar, finally quiet, and I hear from Grandma. Yes, happy to be home at last. Have you talked to your mom? Can't wait till Thanksgiving. What does Mom have to tell me? You know, says Mom, turning to look at me from the front seat, Mamito wasn't the only one having a little trouble behaving back there. Ugh, she's not telling me anything about Grandma. It's those three Spanish sentences. I thought they'd been forgotten and forgiven. You mean the abuela sentences? Key, it's okay that you forgot the sentences or didn't want to tell us. Nobody minds that, but we do mind you speaking rudely. I only said that I learned them for abuela. Only that? She gives me a look that makes me shrink back in my seat. Well, no, but I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. My voice gets softer toward the end. Ladies, this was partly my fault, says Dad. We both look at him in surprise. I didn't mean to put you, how do you say it, on the spot, mija? We stop at a red light and he looks at me in the rearview mirror. You couldn't remember. Everyone was listening. I would feel the same. You would? Our eyes smile at each other in the mirror. At home, Mamito runs to his room while the rest of us hang up our jackets. I turn toward my room too, but Mom touches my hand. Quijana, can we chat a minute? I wonder if she has more to say about the Spanish sentences, but then I notice Dad standing right next to her, like they both have something to tell me. Is something wrong? Mom rests her hand on my shoulder. We just wanted you to know that Grandma's doctors are worried about some new test results. But she's home, I say. She just texted me in the car. Dad takes Mom's hand and squeezes it. You guys are freaking me out. I take a step back. No, it's not. Look, she's stronger. They let her go home because she can manage with a nurse coming by for a few hours a day. At the same time, Dad steps in. She's not out of the forest. Mom lets out a little laugh. The woods, honey, not out of the woods. They lean against each other and Dad kisses the top of her head. I wonder if he mixed up the phrase on purpose because it's made us all less tense now. Do you want to fly out there? Dad asks Mom in a low voice. She told me not to come, especially with Thanksgiving so soon. But maybe I should go anyway. Help her out. Dad adds, and hug her. Mom dabs her eyes. Hug her. They pull me into a three-way hug and I close my eyes, willing away the worst. But at least we're in this together. I feel a little bit better when we part. I'm glad they're willing to talk to me and not hide it. I also understand for the first time that Grandma doesn't tell me everything. Mom tousles my hair and announces, I'll take Mamito for a walk. I could use a walk myself. And then, yes, Dad goes outside to do some yard work and cover the spigots to protect them from freezing. This means that the house is empty and it's safe to lift down the guitar and practice my song. It will be the first time I put all the words to the music. If I can do it, I'll record myself and send it to Grandma. I get a rhythm going and hum through the melody, thinking the words in my head. I'm ready to start over at full volume when I hear the back door open and my fingers go cold. I look up. Dad's eyes meet mine. La guitarra, magnifico! I feel like a thief caught in the act. But of course he's thrilled, judging from his huge smile. My thoughts race as I try to think of a way out of this. Before I can stand up, he sits next to me. I knew you would want to learn. Our whole family played when I was a boy. My uncles, your grandfather. In fact, your earliest ancestor came from Spain with a guitar. Go ahead and strum. The guitar feels awkward all of a sudden. It edges, bumps my ribs now that he's here. But what can I do? I strum a D chord. Mira, he says, which means, here, let me show you. That chord can be played with different fingers, more resonant. He closes his eyes to recall his own hand position and starts moving my fingers. Why couldn't he just be like a normal dad and give me a thumbs up on his way to another room? Instead, he invaded. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid, exactly what I knew would happen. Here's the chords to learn first. He moves my fingers again, trying to place them in the right spots. It's totally unfamiliar in my hand. Could you write it down, maybe, I ask, trying to speed this up. On YouTube, the lady has a chart with dots to show where each finger... A chart? He snorts. No, this is faster. It isn't, but I don't say this. Arguing will only take longer. This is how I learned from my own father. Aha, the real reason we can't write it down. What's this chord called? I'm trying to connect what he's showing me to anything I know. Fa. You mean F? I don't know F, but we say fa. This isn't help, it's torture. I don't even know which songs use fa. Look at my fingers, he says. I put my fingers on the strings like he has in the air. Now you. This time my chord rings. Perfect, Mija. Now play it again. 3 times, 4 times, then of course he wants to show me another chord. I'm screaming inside. These chords don't even go with my song. This was supposed to be my thing. 40 minutes later and my hand is aching. Where are Mom and Mamito? One more, Mija. By now my finger pads show creases from playing so long. My whole hand is weak. I press hard, but the thick strings barely move. I can't, I say. I was already practicing for a while before you came in. Dad shakes his head, not allowing the comment to settle in his ears. You can. It's in your blood. By now, I almost want to fail. You know what you need, Dad says? A new hobby, I think. Your hands, they're small. You need a smaller guitar with nylon strings. I know just the store. Torturous guitar days unspool before my eyes. Hours of bleeding fingertips, afternoons of memorizing hand positions, and Dad standing over me. No, that's okay, Dad. Sure, we can save a little each month, maybe for your birthday. No, really, I don't need one. I shake my head vigorously and fight an urge to run. But a Carrillo should have their own guitar. I'll teach you all the boleros. You can play a song for a family in Guatemala. My heartbeat slams into overdrive. No, Dad, I put down the guitar. I'm never going to play guitar in Guatemala. The guitar is for Jaden, and I realize for myself. But you were learning already. Let me help you, Mija. You can play like the line of Carrillos before you. Not boleros. When I was little, I used to cheer to see the guitar come off the wall. It meant Dad doing hilarious voices in Pecos Bill. It meant Mom and Dad harmonizing Spanish love songs. It meant singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat and El Gallo a Muerto in the 3-part rounds. But now I have to keep the fun going in my own way. I want to play my favorite songs and write my own. Dad's ruining everything. The magic wand sound on my phone saves me. It's Zuri texting both me and Jaden. Sorry, Dad. I say, I better answer this. Later. He's still in Guitar World, tuning the strings and humming, so pleased that I can hardly look at him. I run to the room, close the door, and shut my eyes. I hope he forgets this ever happened. I hope he doesn't set up a lesson schedule. I hope he gets over the fact that I'm not the daughter he thinks I am. I sit on my bed and read Zuri's message. Still up for yogurt tomorrow? Yes, thanks for saving me. From what? It's Jaden. I type fast, having a situation here. What's going on, Zuri says. Dad's forcing guitar on me. I thought you wanted to learn. Not his way. You don't want his help? Zuri's text bubbles stack up on the screen. How can I explain that Dad's help isn't helpful? At least your dad cares. Jaden joins in. My dad knows nothing about music. My blue feelings turn black. He's taking over, I say. Whatever. I know I sounded ungrateful, maybe even mean, but why aren't they on my side? Dad doesn't get it all. Dad doesn't get it. No surprise, but I thought my friends could. Just lie low for a while. He'll forget about it. Jaden's advice. I scroll through a screen of icons to find a face sticking out its tongue. Here's my dilemma. Zuri's yellow text bubbles up. The parent said I can have a gummy candy maker for Christmas or a trip to Austin. I'm leaning toward the trip. I'm not ready to think about trips or gummies. I'm still angry, sad swirl. They don't understand. Maybe I can explain better in person. But think of crazy gummy flavors you can make, Jaden said. Which would you choose, Q? I choose to ban parents. I put down my phone and get a snack. When I come back, I see a new message from Zuri. Call me. I do right away. What is it? Someone bought it. Your Wheatie sold. What? Really? I'm going to run all around the house to her house. Mom says their payment went through and everything, and she can bring you the money tomorrow after work. Warning lights flash in my head. I can't let her bring it to the house. Can she bring it to the yogurt place? She could give it to me when she picks you up. Oh, sure. Phew. I'm walking back and forth in my room, too excited to sit. Awesome, we did it. That was such a great idea, Z. Key, her tone has shifted. Are you sure about buying this bus ticket? I mean, aren't you scared? I am, especially now that it's getting so close and so real, but I keep picturing this little kid riding by himself, and if he can do it, I can. I guess I'm nervous, I say. But it's pretty simple, all right? All I do is board the bus and get off the right city. I'll take nuts and raisins and energy bars. It's just like a long car trip. I'm rambling, but listing these details makes me feel better. What about when you get there? Is your grandma picking you up at the bus station? I try to ignore the voice in my head reminding me that grandma doesn't even know I'm coming. If she's well enough to drive, she's home from rehab now, but she's still weak. It's actually good I'm going because I can help her when I'm there. Take out the trash and stuff. So I'll probably take a taxi from the station. Have you done that before? How hard can it be? I have her address and some cash for cab fare. You sound ready, I guess. I'm trying to be. I laugh so she'll stop worrying. Part of me stops worrying too, but another part doesn't.